Thank you. Domnule viceministru Songin, stimat doamna Cristina Ciurago Mirescu, domnule general locotenent in charge, stimați vorbitori și dragi invitați. Fără dimineață, în primul rând adresez sincere mulțumiri Ministerului Apărării Naționale al Republicii Coreea pentru organizarea acestei conferințe. De asemenea, îmi exprim recunoștință pentru sprijinul oferit de Ministerul Apărării Naționale din România, luăm tehnică și actis, precum și stimatelor noștri vorbitori și participanții pentru că sunt alături de noi. To begin with, let me remind you of several key commitments made by our leadership. The President of the Republic of Korea emphasized Korea's strong commitment to increase cooperation with Romania in the strategic areas of defense, nuclear energy, and infrastructure during his summit this April in Seoul with President Iohannis. President Iohannis of Romania also said that, quote, I encourage the substantial increase of South Korean investments in strategic areas such as defense industry. This commitment is clearly articulated in the joint statement. And also, during his official visit to Seoul in December 2022, the then President of Chamber of Deputies and current Prime Minister, Marshal Luat said, I quote, Romania is ready to diversify its cooperation with South Korea, to expand on investments in military production capacities. This March, the Ministerial Committee of Industrial Cooperation was held in Seoul. The Korean Minister of Industry and the Romanian Minister of Economy and Entrepreneurship agreed to expand our cooperation, particularly in the defense industry area. At the Seoul Summit in April, our two defense ministers signed the Defense Cooperation Agreement, agreeing to strengthen cooperation in defense products and services, including local production. This June in Bucharest, our two defense ministers met again and reaffirmed their commitment to increase cooperation in the defense industry through joint production of military equipment and sharing of technology. Just 1 month ago, the Chief of Staff of the Land Forces of the Republic of Korea visited Romania for the first time, further extending our cooperation into military dimension. Dear participants, I think the highest form of bilateral diplomacy between states is the cooperation in security and defense. Romania and Korea are located at almost the same identical geostrategic front lines on Europe's eastern flank and Northeast Asia's northern flank of the free world. We are strategic partners, sharing not only the fundamental values but also a common security environment and mutual security interest. We share the same strategic partners and the same alliance. On top of this, the current global security landscape, precipitated by the Russia's invasion of Ukraine, further propels us to accelerate our security and defense cooperation. The stage is already set to elevate our strategic partnership fully to the security and defense area. Against this backdrop, today's conference is organized in order to follow through on those commitments made by our leaders and ministers. Cooperation in defense does not aim only at the defense industry. It will extend into other industries, prompting a spillover effect into the whole economy of Romania. As the ambassador of the Republic of Korea to Romania, I can assure you that the Republic of Korea plans to promote mutually beneficial cooperation in the defense sector, aimed at contributing to Romania's economic development by sharing technology and know-how and facilitating local production in Romania rather than simply exporting equipment. My aim is to have another Daewoo here, which is very heavily invested in the 1990s in Korea and Mongolia. The starting point for having another Daewoo is through signature projects in defense, energy, and infrastructure, which our two presidents have designated as strategic cooperation areas. When a significant investment is made by a big company, then small and medium-sized company will follow to form supply chain. A success story in these signature national projects will induce other businesses to come to Romania as well. Increasing investments will enhance Romania's manufacturing capacity by creating jobs, sharing technology and know-hows, which in turn will attract further investments. This approach, my own Basco-Bas approach, is exactly what I have been doing here since the beginning of my mandate. Dear guests, in a world heading towards a transformative model, partners who share the same values and security interests should unite even more closely. In a world where security and economy are becoming ever more intertwined, strategic partnership should be formed on the economic front as well. In this sense, Korea and Romania are perfectly well suited to forge a true strategic partnership. I truly believe that today's conference can serve as a practical step towards delivering on the pledges and determinations to intensify collaborations in the defense industry between our two countries. Acest lucru va ridica fratele biatul nostre strategii la un nivel mult mai înalt și mult mai durabil. Mulțumesc!